Hello and welcome back to the BF Bricks YouTube channel. Today in this video we're going to be having a look on a lot of the Lego July sets are now officially out of stock. So we're going to be having a look on lego.com which ones are out of stock. We're also going to be having a look at sort of early progress in terms of if they're going up on the secondary market. Now there's quite a lot of pretty big sets which have retired. Now these seem to have dropped off pretty quickly. Probably only in the last week that these have actually gone out of stock. So we're going to jump onto lego.com and have a look at a few of these sets, have a look on eBay, and let's see if they've any of them have gone up in value. So let's jump right into it. Right, so here we are on lego.com. This is basically the Lego sets retiring tab, as you can see. Nice big letters here. So basically this is saying these are the sets which are going. And as you can see, they are down to 43 sets. Now, I mean, just over a week ago, there was well over 100 of these sets, like if you looked at our last video. So, there definitely seems to be getting through them. So I'm going to do price high to low. It tends to be the easiest way. So you can see most of the expensive sets are either temporary out of stock or completely out of stock. The main ones are, you've still got the Dungeons and Dragons set, you've got this cool Mario set, the Mona Lisa, a few Ninjago ones here and there. We've got still a few of the Star Wars ones, the Piranha Plants. We've got some of these on discount, which are pretty good deals. But yeah, so basically what's left, any sets, I think this set might do pretty good, this Mario set. I'm not seeing many people talking about it, so it might be go under the radar. The Mona Lisa, problem with this set, it went half price on Amazon, so you probably you're wanting to be basically buying it for around £50 max. Piranha Plant, that is a Lego store exclusive, so probably a decent buy. The Home on Star Cruiser, pretty interesting set, probably one I wouldn't buy too many of. Then you've got sets like this, so these like the Lunar. These sets seem to be on sale for ages. This went out of stock pretty quick, and they've come back into stock and it's not gone back out of stock, so they must have found absolute load of them. The Acclimated set, I quite like this set as an investment, but again, not a store exclusive. You probably want to be picking it up around £30. Another set that's on sale, Dancing Gru. Then go down to some more of the cheaper ones. The cheaper ones always tend to stay in stock. So you've got like this Mario set here, 40% off. Probably not good for investing, but they are pretty good prices, some of these which are on discount. So there's Miles Morales versus the Spot set, 30% off, pretty good with your insiders points as well. Couple of Speed Champions, they're still in stock. A lot of these like sort of mid-range again. Most of these are not going to be overly expensive even after sort of years into retirement, just because of how many they've made. But yeah, so that's all that's left. So basically the insider event with the gift with purchases and stuff like that has obviously destroyed the stock that was left. So there's a few free sets in particular I'm going to have a look at, and all three of these are saying out of stock or temporary out of stock. I highly doubt any of these are actually going to be restocked, so we're going to have a look at sort of what the retail price was and if they're going for more than their retail price already on secondary markets like eBay. So this is the first set that we're going to be talking about, the Great Deku Tree. This is from the Legends of Zelda. Now we did buy one of these. A few reasons why we picked one of these up. There's a new Zelda set coming out. It might actually already be out. It's a really cool looking set. You've got some really cool minifigs in it. So if Lego are going to keep producing the Zelda theme, with most sets, it's always the first set in a certain theme that does really well. So if they do like 3 or 4 more Zelda sets and people want the full collection, this is what sort of drives these prices up. I think is this minifigure here is quite an expensive one. Obviously this was a exclusive. You could get this on Amazon. Now Amazon tend to only do around 15% off. I think that's what we bought it for, maybe 20% off, but it was pretty rare to get any cheaper than that. And again, no Lego deals on this set. 2,500 pieces. It seems like a good value, even though half the pieces, I don't think, depending on which version you have of the tree, quite a few leftover pieces. So one which I think in the long run will do pretty good, but in the short run, yeah, it seems to have done pretty decently. So these are the most recent sales of it. Obviously that's the new Zelda set there. So you're looking at this one's over £300, 280 on bid. So retail price was 260, so it's already above retail price. So that's a really good sign that this early on people are picking this one up as an investment. Like I said, I can see this one doing pretty good. I can see this one going relatively high, maybe into the mid 300s, something like that by the end of the year. As you see, people were picking these up quite regularly for 290, so maybe people fear of missing out. So that's the first set I want to talk about. The next set was this one, and I think this was the most expensive set that was retiring in July. Not the greatest looking set. It's the Ferrari Daytona Technic set. £390, so very expensive. These sets have a really big problem with fakes. Now, if anyone is buying these types of Technic sets, especially off like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, there's so many fakes out there, and a lot of the fakes look really good. So if you know what you're looking for, make sure you go and try and make sure each part has got the Lego printing and stuff on, because these are heavily faked, which sometimes drive the prices up, and sometimes on eBay makes the prices look considerably cheaper than what they actually are, because people are selling basically fakes for half the price. I'm actually surprised this one sold out in relatively quick fashion at this price. They obviously didn't have too many in stock. Again, it's one of those sets where people probably want the full range. Now I know that this set did go quite heavily discounted last year. We managed to pick one up. I think it might have been Costco. I think they were half price. It was very cheap. So I think they might struggle in the long term. But again, if you bought them at the right time, you're always going to make money on it. So this is it on the eBay. So pre-owned one for 182, brand new one for 250. So still way below retail price, but definitely not bad if you bought it at the discounted price. 290, 276, 281. So yeah, so it's pretty decent for this type of Technic set. Retail price is a real stretch. So sort of 280 and 298 is quite a good sign in my opinion. Even one at 319, which pretty surprised that it's that high, but that's definitely one which hopefully will continue going up. Now the last one is probably the most sought after set in terms of as an investment point from the July wave. It is the Gringotts Bank. Now Lego is saying it's temporary out of stock. Now this has been flickering from out of stock to temporary out of stock all the time. It seems to be seems to like find a pallet or something of it, and then when they come back on, they get sold out really quick. So we did pick one of these up. Again, a set that was very difficult to get at a discount. We used quite a few points to get this. I think we knocked £50 off the price. Just an amazing set. I mean, we've obviously got the heart, is it the diagonally like modular sort of size set, and this I think partners with it, so I can see this one being really good. The other set did amazing as an investment. I would say this one is. So that's it, basically the two sets combined without the bottom bit, and as you can see, that just, I can understand why people want that, but even at retail price, that's not far off £1,000 in Lego. So judging off by that, I'm expecting this set to do pretty well in the long term, and we'll have a look what it's currently going for on eBay. So these are the genuine sets that have been sold. As you can see, it is already above retail price. So 370 is retail price. 394, 390, 400 there. All of these are above retail price. This one was apparently the last one at 450. See, this is a fake one. Obviously, it says unbranded, so they actually are advertising as a fake at least. But make sure you read it. 394. Again, the price of it is probably not. It's probably not unexpected for most people. Here's a used one for £333. That's really high to say that's used, but this is probably one of those which is basically a 370. That's not a bad price. So basically, in my opinion, was probably going to be a shoe-in for a good investment. But yeah, so that's just the three of the larger sets which are retiring and sort of how they looked on the short term. So far looking positive. July sets tend to do pretty good, if I'm being honest. Not many sales, so not many people do buy, and there's not as much hype sort of for the July retirement wave as these at the end of the year. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We'll keep updating you with the July sets which are retired, sort of their prices in the next few months. Also got a few brick events coming up, and we've been a bit slow. It's been a bit slow time of the year for us, but we've got, I think, 3 and 4 weeks or something like that coming up in August and September. So make sure you stay in tune for that. Yeah, so thank you very much, and we'll see you next one.